Okay, so good morning everyone. This is Surgeon Rolando. We'll be having this morning a new topic. So last time I did share to a video regarding Article 6, 7, and 8, and of course the organizational chart of the Philippine government. So this morning we'll proceed to a new topic. And I have here a question. Okay, so is everyone a political thinker? Why or why not? Okay, so my answer is yes. Okay, even in your houses, you do have your politics inside it. Okay? So you think of your father as the leader. You believe that your father or mother are the leaders. Okay, and you are followers as children. Right? So, and due to the interaction that we have in this society we're living in, it is normal to see people manning or leading a particular society or the government or a particular community. So based on this, we can highly observe that every human individuals, every human individual, can be considered political thinkers. Okay? So because we are experiencing to be man or to be managed or to be leading by someone or by few people, okay, in our society. And everyone actually thinks about politics. Okay? So that's for sure, because this is where we live in. And in the world we are living right now, there must be a follower, there must be a leader. Okay? So that's it. Then here are some phrases or terms, okay, so that we can go directly to our topic. Okay, so some of these terms are, of course, we have here freedom, liberal rights, okay, conservative, we have also justice, we have communist, we have socialist, fairness, equality, and fascist. Okay, so these are actually the things that we're going to have this morning. So without further ado, these are actually ideologies. Okay, so political ideologies. So moving forward, if you are thinking about equality, so which do you think in here illustrating equality? Okay, saan kaya dito? So you have your audience in here. Here is an event. There is a picture in here, the catcher and the batter. Okay. Here are also some of the audiences. Or the audience, I mean. Okay. And if you're going to look at it, all of them in here saw what's happening. But in here, there is this person, this one, okay, that could not actually see the event. Okay. So in here, there's no quality in here. Okay. But in here, yes, there is this what they call equality because all of them are actually seeing the events. Now, what is ideology? So pag sinasabi po natin ideology, napakarami pong definitions. Okay? But for this morning, target po natin ang mga outcomes ay ito po. To explain the role of ideas, okay, to understand key concepts of ideology, to identify and describe a range of ideologies. So, ayan. So, yun yung target natin. Okay? So actually, yung ideolohiya, guys, napakarami. So it can be social ideology, political ideology, or economic ideology. So kung titingnan natin dito sa notes na meron tayo, okay, um, nagkaroon ng development ng tinatawag nating social unrest. Okay? And then, maraming dinanas ng mga tao na hindi ito nais-nais. Of course, nagkaroon ng gera. Okay? So, nagkaroon ng maraming pang problema after ng gera. Okay? So, if you can see it here, after the World War I, so in Germany, of course, millions are dead. Okay? So, there is this what we call human losses. There is also this what they call economic losses. Okay? So Germany owes dollars to allies and has lost resources and colonies, of course. And in there, there is this what we call massive unemployment for citizens. And after that one, we have this what we call democracy trial. It's because some countries are not really believing in this kind of ideology, which is democracy. Okay, so in the situation of Germany in Europe, okay, so they have tried this democracy kind of setup for the government, and it seems that for them, it seems that democracy for them is unstable. Okay, so uh, where people in the government that has no experience or have no experiences in managing the what do you call this one, the government, okay, and can compromise, and so decisions don't get made, okay. So because in here you have to make sure that everyone is being heard, okay? Because once you decide and you did not hear the opinion or ideas of other people in democratic setting, so you tend to be an autocratic leader. So that is not actually the practice of democracy, right? So that's it. So yung sa role of ideas natin, ito yung sinasabi dito. Um, ito po. Okay. So bakit nga ba nagkaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating ideolohiya or ideology? Uh, if we're going to look at it, napakarami pong tao at bawat tao po may iba-ibang pong paniniwala, may iba-iba pong mga iniisip. Okay? Iba-iba po yung kanilang tinatawag nating mga karanasan, yung mga experiences po. And based on these experiences that they have, they tend to formulate a standard way of thinking leading into an idea, okay, or a norm, I should say. Okay? So sometimes these norms are being practiced and observed in different settings. So depende naman po kung ito ay papatok o hindi. Okay? Kasi as I've told you, magkakaiba nga tayo ng paniniwala, tradition, practices. Okay? At iba pang mga kultura na meron tayo. Okay? So dahil sa pagkakaiba natin at mayroon tayong free will, okay? So dito na de-develop yung tinatawag nating tunggalian. Kasi minsan yung iba naniniwala na ganito, yung iba naman hindi. Okay? So ayan. So what is an ideology? So ideology is the most elusive concept in the whole social science or sciences, according to David McLellan in 1995. So there is this question here. How far do you agree with the code? Okay? So yung iba, of course, hindi maniniwala. Okay? So in here, in the red, the answer in here is not at all. I could write a definition of ideology. Kasi, iba siya mag-isip. Okay? Yung nasa orange naman na somewhat. Okay? So, stated in here that he could probably write a definition, but he is not sure. Okay? There is this what they call green in here. Okay? Saying completely, I would have no idea what an ideology is. So kung wala kang idea kung ano ito, so you will accept the idea of David McMillan. Pero we have already a definition or understanding of what the world ideology means. So probably you can create a definition. Okay? Because you understand something about the word. Okay? And in here, there is already this what we call disagreement. Why? He believes that the idea of McLellan, okay, is not actually true. Okay? So if you're going to look at it, iba-iba po yung pananaw natin. Iba-iba po yung paniniwala, practices, okay, na mayroon tayo. So minsan nakadepende po yan sa mga experiences natin. Okay? Kung bakit tayo nag-iisip ng ganon, at bakit sila nag-iisip ng ganon. So baka hindi nila na-experience yung mga bagay na na-experience mo na, and so therefore nagkakatunggalian kayo at iba-iba yung mga nasa isip natin. Yun. Okay? So, napakarami nagbigay actually ng kanilang ideya kung ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng ideolohiya, okay, or ideology. So, dito sa definition 1, I think ilan ito? 7. Samantala sa definition 2, 4. So, unahin natin dito sa definition 1. So, when we say ideology, according sa definition 1, it is a political belief system. Okay? So, naka-anchor sa politics na paniniwala. Okay? Sistema ng paniniwala. Sistema ng paniniwalang politika. Ika nga. Okay? So, ayan. And aside from that, it was mentioned here also that when I say ideology, it is an action-oriented set of political ideas. So these are all ideas. Okay? These are all political ideas. So as I've told you, tatlo po. We have social ideology, we have economic ideology, and of course political ideology. Okay? So sa kanyang paniniwala, pag sinasabi niya ideolohiya, so yun yung paniniwala niya na it is an action-oriented set of political ideas. Okay? So nakabase pa rin talaga sa tinatawag nating politics. And we have here also another definition for that. The ideas of the ruling class. So ibig sabihin, pag sinasabi mong ideolohiya, according sa definition na ito daw po ay ang mga pananaw ng mga namumuno. Okay? So ayan. So marami tayong maibibigay na hulugan o definition sa salitang ito. Ano pa? So meron pa tayo dito, the worldview of a particular social class or group. Okay? So it could be leading group or the elite group. Okay? Or pwede siguro na grupo ito ng mga tao na pinamumunuan. So ganun yung tingin nila. Okay? So sa kabuuan, of course, if we're going to look at it, hindi naman talaga pwede natin na i-limit lang po ito sa politika. Eh, pag sinasabi natin ideolohiya or ideology. Eh, pero but some people would really believe na this is always anchored to politics. Okay? So, ayan. Or should be anchored to politics alone. Now, we have also this one, political ideas that embody or articulate social interest. Okay, so napakarami nating iniisip. So, ang dami nating pwedeng ibigay na definition or kahulugan sa salitang ideolohiya or ideology. Okay? So, naka-anchor pa rin siya sa politics. Okay, political ideas that embody or articulate social interest. So somewhat to do with social interest. So lahat-lahat po tayo, mayroon naman po tayo nito. Okay? So, pero it is just what? Capsulate in here. Okay? Kasi hindi po individual interest, kundi ang sinasabi po dito, social interest. Okay? So, it's society's interest. Okay? So, ideas that propagate false consciousness amongst the exploited or oppressed. Okay? So, ito din minsan ay tinatawag nating nakakapag-daya din ito minsan. Depende po kasi kung ikaw ay really exploited na. So, kahit ano sabihin na hindi maganda sa ideolohiya na yun, so long as you believe in that particular idea, so yun at yun na siya talaga. Okay? So, kahit ano pa diyang gawin nila, so yun na talaga yung stand mo. Okay? So, minsan, of course, may ibang tinatamaan din. Okay? Dahil sa paniniwala na mayroon ka. And hindi po minsan maganda yung dating ng paniniwala na mayroon ka sa kanila o sa ibang tao. So sometimes mayroon na exploit, mayroon iba minsan o oppress sila. Okay? So, say for example, in North Korea, okay, so napakaraming exploited citizens doon. Okay? And there are also oppressed people. Kasi wala silang magawa doon eh. So, kung ano lang gusto ng government, so yun lang talaga. So, that's one way of thinking na mayroon po ang isang bansa na yon. Okay? So, hindi sila naniniwala sa demokrasiya kasi ang gusto nila, ang paniniwala na mayroon sila ay yung sosyalistang bansa. Okay? Or socialism. Okay? Noon, ang mayroon talaga sa kanila doon last time was yung authoritarian. Okay? So, even today, authoritarian pa rin yung dating. Okay? Only that may mga tinatawag silang yellow propaganda, okay, na nagkakandak sila ng election. Pero if you're going to look at it, authoritarian pa rin yung dating. Okay? Kasi one-party system lang sila doon. Okay. So sa definition 2, pag sinasabi nating ideology, so this is now the broader concept, okay, or definition. This is now having a broader definition. Okay. So sinasabi natin dito, okay, sa definition 2, pag sinasabi nating idea or ideology, I mean, these are ideas that situate the individual within a social context and generate a sense of collective belonging. Okay? So, ulitin natin. Ideas, paniniwala, okay, that na nakabase po sa isang individual, okay? Andyan po sa isang individual na nasa isang society, okay, at nag-generate po ito ng sense of collective belonging. So, say for example, dito pa sa Pilipinas, since ang practice po natin dito ay demokrasiya, okay? So, most of the time, ito rin yung nag-generate po, okay, sa utak natin. Na kung saan sabihin natin ay citizen ako ng isang malayang bansa. Okay? Bakit? So kasi alam mo na tayo ay mayroong kalayaan dito kasi ang practice natin, ang ideolohiya na ginagamit natin ay demokrasya. Okay, samantala, pag nasa ibang bansa ka naman, kagaya ng China noon na hindi pa siya open, isang komunistang bansa rin siya, ngayon isang sosyalistang bansa ang Russia. Okay? So komunista, sosyalista. Okay? Yung North Korea, communist din, paniniwala. Okay? So, depende kung saan ka napabilang. Basta ang sinasabi dito, ito ay mga ideas. Okay? Pag sinasabi natin ideolohiya. And of course, meron tayo dito, this is an officially sanctioned set of ideas used to legitimize a political system or regime. Okay, so ayan. So pag ang ginagamit nila ay ganito, so ganyan na talaga doon. Dito o doon, ganito ang ginagamit nila. So ganyan talaga doon. So depende po kung anong pamana, ika nga minsan. Okay? Namana lang kasi natin itong practice na ito, itong system na ito. Okay? Na kung saan if you go beyond, pwede kang ma-penalize o ma-sanction. Okay? So pag sinasabi na ito yung tinatawag nating ideology na dapat mong i-follow, okay? So for example, dito sa Pilipinas, kasi noong nasa monarchy form government pa naman tayo nung tayo po ay sinakop ng mga Espanyol. So later, nagkaroon na ng civil government, okay? Pagdating din po ng mga Amerikano. Okay? Then, nagkaroon pa tayo ng military government. Okay? So, yung form of government, guys, nakadepende din siya sa ideology or political ideology na ginagamit, okay? O fina-follow ng isang bansa. Okay? So since sa Pilipinas, mayroon po tayong demokrasiya na paniniwala. So yung form government natin, automatic, ganun din siya. Okay? Republican and democratic government. Sorry. So sa ibang bansa like US, so democracy din sila pero yung form of government iba nga lang. So federal naman yung sa kanila. Okay? So ayan. Yung sa France naman, I think semi-presidential din sila. Okay, magkaiba po pero demokrasiya pa rin po ang ideolohiya na meron sila. Okay? So yung isa pa na meaning ay ito. So ideology is an all-embracing political doctrine that claims a monopoly of truth. Okay? And the last, of course, is an abstract and highly systematic set of political ideas. So, naka-anchor siya sa political idea para. Okay? Hindi natin nakikita yung ideology, pero nafe-feel natin yung practice. Okay? Na-experience natin ito. Okay? So, tama nga naman kasi pag sinasabi mong ideology, hindi mo naman nahawakan yung ideology. Kundi ito lamang ay abstract. Okay? So, yun po. Okay, so ibalikan natin yung characteristics of ideologies. So, isa sa mga characteristics po nito ay ito, a coherent set of views on politics. Okay. So, most likely, ang main concern talaga pag ideolohiya yung pinag-uusapan, this is something to do with politics. Kung ano bang mayroon, kung ano bang paniniwala mayroon ka patungkol po dito. Okay? So it also produced by intellectual elites. So kasi pag ordinary person ka, you are not into manning or leading. So normal situation for you is that hindi ka mahihear. Okay? Unlike with those people leading the organization or the government, so every time they are actually asked of something, okay, about a particular issue, so most of the time it will be heard by the mass, okay, o yung madlang people. So later on, kapag nagkaroon ng establishment nito, saka pag na-found out po na mayroong katotohanan yung pinagsasabi niya, so automatic yan na magiging practice na yan siya later on. Okay? So, nanggaling po yan siya sa tinatawag nating utak ng mga elites, ng mga elitista. Okay? So, one also of the characteristics of ideologies is this one. So, dissemination among the mass population. So, dapat talaga ma-disseminate siya. Kasi kung hindi mo yan siya i-disseminate, automatic, hindi malalaman niya ng tao. So, para ito ay maging practice, okay, so dapat ipaalam mo sa madlang people. Okay? And this is also subject to alteration. So, pwedeng mabago po ang isang ideolohiya. Okay, so for example, noon, wala pa namang tinatawag na socialism. Ang meron talaga noon ay komunismo. Kaso nga lang, hindi po ma-perfect nila yung system na yan. Kaya it-turn into a socialism, into socialist republic, especially yung sa China. Okay? So, yung sa Soviet Union, ganun din. Okay? O Russia ngayon. Okay? So, subject to alteration. Kasi nagbabago naman eh. From time to time, pwedeng ma-alter po. Pwede baguhin yung isang idea, lalong-lalo na kapag ito ay proven na hindi talaga ganon. Okay? Hindi siya fact. Okay? Meron siyang tinatawag nating vagueness. Okay? We can consider it as a truth. Okay? Katotohanan. So, for example, pag sinasabi nating magaling si Presidente Duterte, so yung iba dyan, of course, may paniniwala po na hindi naman talaga siya magaling. Okay? Kung ikaw ay naniniwala noon na magaling siya and then later, nagawan, say for example, may isang instance na nakita mo na hindi talaga siya magaling, so pwede mo siyang i-alter, hindi naman pala siya magaling. Okay? So, parang ganun po yung ideology natin. Okay? So, ito po ay nagbabago. So, for example, sa democracy, okay, meron tayong direct at saka indirect. Okay? Democracy. Katulad din sa monarchy, meron din tayong absolute at saka constitutional. Yung dati kasi na practice ng monarchy, okay, ay absolute. And so, it is prone to abuse of power. So, to eliminate this practice, okay, this abuse of power, so nagkaroon po sila ng alteration doon. So, ginawa nila ng constitution at yung tinatawag natin kapangyarihan po ng monarch ay nalilimitahan na po. Okay? Because of the constitution that they have. So, mayroong pagbabago. And of course, susceptible to distortion and oversimplification. Okay? So, minsan, ganito lang siya dapat. So, minsan, dinidistort nila. Okay? Binabago nila. From this form to this form, from this kind of setup to this kind of setup. So, kasi may mga ano naman talaga eh. May tendency talaga na pwedeng baguhin, okay, o ibahin. Okay. Kaya kung sa term pa natin, baliin. Okay? So kasi minsan sobrang galing na talaga ng ibang mga tao mag-isip. Okay? So ayan. So one also of the characteristics of ideology is this one. It is a powerful motivator of human behavior, which is true. Okay? Kasi yun yung paniniwala mo eh. So motivated ka kasi yun yung nagbibigay sa iyo ng tinatawag nating will. Okay? At saka nagmo-motivate talaga. So, kung ang iyong paniniwala ay komunismo, so yun talaga yung paninindigan mo. Okay? So, kung demokrasiya naman, okay lang din. So, yun din yung magbibigay sa iyo ng boost. Okay? So, we are actually behaving like this. It's because we have this kind of ideology. Okay? They are behaving like that mainly because they have that kind of ideology. Parang ganun lang po. Okay? They are motivated to do that. It's because they have that kind of ideology. Okay? Then another one, manipulated by political movement leaders. Okay? So ito lang yung masakit. And ito ay katotohanan actually. Okay? Kasi most of the time, yung ideolohiya na meron tayo dito, say for example sa Pilipinas, hindi naman talaga originally, galing po ito talaga sa atin. Hindi siya authentic. Okay? Hindi siya Filipino made, okay, na ideology. Okay? So ito ay galing sa Western countries. Okay? Kaya ito po ay Western ideology. So, but the idea of ideology was not always so straightforward. Kasi nga, minsan, of course, pwede siya talagang ma-alter, mabago. Okay? So, paano nga ba nag-evolve yung idea of ideology? Okay? So, ayan. So, yung term na ito, it was created during the French Revolution by Antoine Lestat de Tracy. Okay, siya po ay pinanganak noong 1754 at namatay po siya 1836. And this person was the first person to use it in public in 1796 to attempt to explain a new science of ideas, okay, or an ideology. Okay? So, ayan. So, yun po yung tao na yun. Okay? Ulitin natin, Anton, tama ba? Anton Lestat de Tracy. Okay? So, dapat matandaan niyan. Ang iba kasi Antoine. Okay? Antoine. French kasi siya. Baka mali yung pagka-pronounce ko, no? Pero yung pagkakarinig ko minsan nito, Anton. Okay? Yung iba, Antoine. I just don't know which is correct. So, ayan. So, bakit mayroong tinatawag nating idea or science of new ideas or a new science of ideas? Okay. So, pinattern niya kasi ito, guys, sa, say for example, biology, okay? And we have psychology, okay? Biology, psychology. So, parang, ano yan? Etymology niya. Okay? Pero nagkaroon tayo ng ideology. So it came from the idea, then logi. Okay? Logi means, pag sabi ng logos, to know. Okay? Ayan. So ito po. Okay? So ayan. So meron na tayong mga definition pa. Okay, meron pa tayo dito. Okay, so pag sinasabi nating ideology, it is a more or less coherent set of ideas that provides the basis for organized political action, whether this is intended to preserve or modify or overthrow the existing system of power. So all ideologies therefore have the following features. So ano kaya yung meron sa kanila bawat isa? So una-una, they offer an account of existing order, usually in the form of a worldview. So, ang sinasabi dito, they are actually giving a particular idea on how to man or rule. Okay? A particular society. So, they are giving actually order. So say for example, bawal ganito, pero dito sa kabila na bansa, hindi naman siya ganun. Kasi iba din yung ideolohiya na mayroon siya. Okay? Doon. So since dito, ito yung paniniwala, ito yung ideology, so these are the do and don'ts, the norms. Okay? So ayan. So it really create order, guys. Okay? At naging practice po ito sa buong mundo. Say for example, democracy. So hindi lang po Pilipinas actually ang nagpa-practice po nito. Okay? So, pag demokrasiya ang iyong paniniwala, so ito dapat yung setup. Parang gano'n. Okay? At ito ay pinaniniwalaan ng hindi lamang dito sa Pilipinas, kundi pati na rin sa ibang mga bansa na kung saan meron ding ideolohiya na demokrasiya. Okay? So, yan. And of course, letter B, they advance a model of desired future, a vision of a good society. Now, sasabihin ko lang sa inyo na wala talagang perfect na form of government. Okay? So kasi kino-consider natin lahat ng forms of government na mabuti. Okay? Akma. Depende po kung gaano nila ina-accept yung ideolohiya na meron ito at yung form ng government na meron sila. At paano pinapagalaw ng maayos. Kasi kahit anong ideolohiya ang meron ka or political ideology ang meron ka sa isang bansa o sa iyong bansa, pero pag ang nakaupo po doon ay hindi po tumatalima doon sa ideolohiya na yun, so hindi pa rin siya magiging maganda. Pero kung sumusunod siya doon sa philosophy na mayroon ito, automatic, nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating good management. Okay? At hindi tayo nag-out sa business. Kasi pag nag-out ka sa business, automatic yan, iba na po ang pupuntahan na direksyon nito. Okay? So, ayan. So, all of the political ideologies, guys, ang after lang talaga nila ay ang magkaroon ng good society. On how to have it, depende po yan sa model. Okay? So, ayan. So, they explain how political change can and should be brought about and how to get from. Okay? So, yan po yung pangatlong characteristics. Kasi, of course, ang politics naman, anytime pwedeng magbago. Okay? Tingnan nyo na lang nangyayari kay Trump. Okay? Diba? So, yung noong 2016, okay, nanalo si Trump. Okay? So, demokrasiya pa rin ang meron sila. Kaso nga lang, marami sa mga Amerikano, guys, hindi natuwa kay Trump. Okay? Bakit? Ang sa poll kasi, sinasaad doon na parang mas malapit ata si Trump sa mga hindi kaalyadong bansa ng Amerika like North Korea, Russia. Okay? So, hindi yun nagustuhan ng karamihan doon sa Amerika. At ito din marahil siguro yung rason kung bakit natalo siya. Okay? So, even though maganda yung ekonomiya nila, pero yung dealing naman niya with the other nations, okay, especially doon sa mga kinikonsider nila na kalaban, so yun ay nakapagdulot actually ng landslide na failure, okay, sa campaign po ni Trump. Kaya nanalo ay si Joe Biden. Okay? So, pwedeng magbago anytime. Okay? Yung isang tinatawag nating political arena. Okay? Depende po kung gaano ka drastic po yan. Okay? Minsan, okay, minsan okay naman, minsan hindi rin. Okay? So, kaya nga sabi nila, weather lang. Okay? So, ayan. So, ito ay isang katanungan. So, how many political ideologies can you identify this time? So, having those terms a while ago. Okay? So, assignment niyo po ito ha. Give me political ideologies, as many as you can. Okay? So, napakarami po nito kasi. Okay? So, ito po yung assignment ninyo. Okay. So kung tinatanong niyo ako kung ano yung mga uri ng ideology or political ideology, so ito po, so, ibibigyan ko kayo. At saka yung mga features na meron sila. So bibigay ako ng tatlo. Okay? So we have here liberalism. Okay, this one. So ang characteristics na meron siya ay, okay, we have here 5. So meron tayong tinatawag nating individualism, rationalism, freedom, justice, and there is always this what we call tolerance. Okay? So, ayan. So, individualism, rationalism, so being rational. Yung freedom, of course, practice po yan and being observed by liberalists. Okay? Of course, there is always this what we call justice. Okay, ang meron po talaga dito sa kanila na kakaiba ay yung tinatawag nating tolerance. Okay, minsan mas mahaba ata yung tinatawag natin at mamalawak yung kanilang tolerance. Okay, ng mga liberalist. Sa conservatism naman, ito yung kaibahan. Ito yung kabaliktaran, I mean, ng liberalismo. Okay, bakit? They have this traditional way of doing things. And there is always this what we call human imperfection. And organic society, we have also the hierarchy and authority and property. Okay? So, ayan. Pero sa socialismo, okay, isa sa mga features nito ay ang community. We have also cooperation. Okay? So, equality, meron din. Okay? Class politics. So kasi few leaders lang ang meron sila sa isang sosyalistang bansa. So kung yung grupo na o isang pamilya o isang clan lamang ang namumuno dito. Then we have also common ownership. Okay, ito yung wala actually sa tinatawag nating liberalism. Okay, itong common ownership. Kasi doon sa mga sosyalistang bansa, lahat sila ay para bang hindi naman natin pwedeng ihambing ito sa isang society noon, yung hunting and gathering society na mayroon silang communal ownership. Okay. Kasi dito guys, ang system na ginagamit nila dito ay command economy in terms of the economic ideology. Okay. So pag sinasabi nating command economy, so ang may final talaga na say dito when it comes to the production ay yung tinatawag nating gobyerno nila. So ano yung i-produce? Ilan yung i-produce? Magkano yung i-produce? Para kanino yung i-produce? At sino ang gagawa? So lahat ng yan guys, lahat ng tanong na yon, ang answer lang talaga doon ay gobyerno. Okay? That is in the socialism. Okay. So dito naman sa liberalism, of course, pwede dito yung privatization kasi ang meron tayo dito ay free market economy. Okay. So yung conservatism, meron tayo ditong traditional economy. Okay? So traditional economy ang meron naman sila dito. So lahat ng production po ay naka-anchor po sa tradisyon na meron sila. Okay. Obsolete po ang way of doing things in here sa conservatism. Samantala, ang liberalismo, of course, we have this one. Pag sinasabi nating free market, so pwede itong ma-associate sa kapitalismo. Okay? So, ayan. Kung saan, open po sa lahat ang pag-business. Okay? So, sa socialism kasi, hindi po pwede. Okay? So, sa conservatism, okay di po dito yung competition. Okay? Ayan. So, ayan. So, may task po tayo dito. Okay? Ito po yung sasagutan ninyo. Okay? So, 4 po ito. Okay? So, yan. So, i-stop ko muna ito i-share sa inyo. And then, share ako na bago. Ito po siya. So, ito na yung slide natin. Okay. So, kung babalikan natin, it was mentioned in there na mayroon tayong role of ideas in politics. So, ano nga ba yung ginagampanan na role ng tinatawag nating ideas sa loob ng politika? Okay. So, it's stated in here that what people think and believe about society, power, rights, etc. determines their action, which is true. Okay? Hindi ka naman gagawa ng bagay. Okay? Minsan, of course, ginagawa natin out of curiosity. Pero, most of the time, ang actions po natin ay nakabase po sa paniniwala at pag-iisip na mayroon tayo. Hindi naman pwedeng sabihin na, ay, ginawa ko ito dahil hindi ako nag-iisip. Hindi. At the very moment na ginawa mo yun, nag-iisip ka. Okay? So, ayan. So, bakit tayo ganito mag-interact sa ibang tao? Bakit tayo ganon sa, may ganito tayong paniniwala about sa kapangyarihan? So, yung iba, okay, gusto nila ng sobrang kapangyarihan. Yung iba naman, tama-tama lang. Yung iba katamtaman, yung iba ayaw sa kapangyarihan. So, depende po yan sa paniniwala. Okay? So, everything has to pass through the mind of the individual before he or she acts, which is true. So, hindi ka naman gagalaw na hindi ka inutusan ng utak mo. Okay? Di ba? And how do the ideas and beliefs appear in our mind? So, yun yung tanong. Okay? So, we will use this one. Critical examination of reality. Okay? So, you're thinking for oneself. So, of course, pag hindi po kayo nakaano, so sometimes we became irrational, a person. So, we became irrational persons. Okay? So, we do not look at the reality that we have. Okay? Then we go away with reality sometimes. Okay? Ayan. So, ano pa? Influence of others' opinions. Okay? This could be in the family, education, or mass media. No? So, pwede ito maging mga influencers. So, minsan kasi ganito tayo mag-isip, it's because sinabihan ka ng lola at lolo mo, tatay at nanay mo, mga kapatid mo na ganito. Okay? Yung education naman, of course, kung ano po yung natutunan natin sa four corners of the classroom or even in what platforms, okay, of education. So, pwede rin yan maka-affect, actually, kung paano tayo mag-isip. Bakit gano'n yung opinion natin. Okay? And most often, ito na po ngayon yung nagbibigay sa atin ng influence, yung mass media. Okay? So, ayan. So, mass media, ito po patungkol sa, ang iba-iba po ito. Ano ba? Radio, pwede ito. Television, we have internet. Ano pa ba? Yung social media, of course. Okay. Yung online platforms natin. So, yan din po ay pwede maka-influence sa ating opinion. Okay, so some forms of teaching imprison the mind. At tama po ito. Kasi pag once na naka-inculcate na po ito sa utak ng isang tao, okay, at yun na talaga yung paniniwala niya, kahit anong sabi mo dyan na mali yan, so yun na talaga ang panindigan niya. Kasi that was already the belief of that person. So minsan, mahirap makipag-deal sa mga taong mayroon nito o katulad nito. Okay? So, ayan. So, others liberate the minds, enabling it to think critically. So, minsan kasi, yun bang close na yung utak mo? Okay? Na ayaw mo na ng changes, ayaw mo na mag-isip pa, hanggang doon na lang. Okay, kinulong mo sa sa box yung utak mo. Okay? So minsan, yung mga tao na ayaw na pong mag-isip pa. Okay? Pero if you think beyond the box, ito na yung tinatawag nating yung lumalabas na yung pagiging thinker natin or critical thinker natin. Okay? So, ayan. So, subjugation by force is the crudest form of social control. Okay? And ito yung nakapagbigay sa akin ng curiosity. Okay? Yung mind control. Okay? Kasi ang social control, guys, pwede mo siyang gawin actually using force. Okay? Using force. Minsan excessive force pa nga eh. Just to control your society. Or it could be also done by using your laws. Okay? Yung tinatawag nating negative punishment or reward. Diba? So, ayan. That is why it was stated in here that it's the crudest form of social control. Itong subjugation by force. Okay? Ito po yung nakabigay sa akin ng curiosity. Okay, balikan natin ito. Yung mind control. Okay. How do we control the minds of others? So, ang hirap. So, wala pa atin ito nakagawa. I just don't know how true yung sinasabi nila mga tricks ng iba na kaya daw nilang kontrolin yung utak ng ibang tao. Okay. Ideally kasi, napakahirap talaga kahit sino sa atin. Okay. Hindi po ganun kadali control ng utak. Okay? O ng iniisip ng tao. Yung iba nga nakatingin lang sa'yo, pero ibang iniisip. Say for example, nagle-lecture ako, lahat kayo nakatingin sa akin, pero iba naman yung iniisip. Okay? So, hindi talaga kaya ng isang tao na kontrolin yung utak. Kasi kung nakokontrol ko yung utak ninyo, so, mag-iisip ako na, okay, kayo, tumigil kayo, okay? Focus kayo sa discussion. Parang ganun. So, ang hirap. Diba? Okay? So, ayan. Pero yung iba, of course, nakukuha nila ito using actually yung mga predictions, guys. Yung tinatawag nating behavioral ano yan? Yung you can tell that this person will do this one. It's mainly because you have observed him doing that, okay, for several times siguro or for many times. Kaya ang tendency, pwede mo siyang ma-predict. Okay? Pero minsan, hindi rin po ganoon. Kasi ulitin ko lang, our minds right now are uncontrollable. Okay? It could not be controlled by anyone. Okay? So ikaw lang po talaga ang may kaya niyan. Kasi utak mo yan. Okay? So, saan na ba tayo? Ito. So, there are two main concepts about the role of ideas in politics. Una, yung sinasabi nating political culture, and the other one is political ideology. Okay? So, pag sinasabi natin political culture, this is referring to the broad patterns of political orientations. I mean, shared by a large group of people. It can be nation, region, or class, or ethnic group. Okay. While your political ideology is a system of political ideas, developed for the purposes of political action or governing a country. Say, for example, governing a country, launching a social movement, or a political party, or organizing a revolution or a counter-revolution, etc. Okay? So, yan po yung dalawang concepts. So, kultura. Sa Pilipinas, of course, ganito yung kultura natin pagdating po sa pamamalakad. Okay? Yung political ideology natin, okay, of course, demokrasiya. Okay? Kaya ganito tayo magpalakad ng ating gobyerno. Okay? Ng society na mayroon tayo. Okay? So, yan. Paniniwala po ito, Yan. Okay? Political ideas. Political ideology, of course. Okay? Samantala yung kultura, yung practices lang po natin, yung tradition talaga natin. Okay? Kung paano magpalakad. Yan. So you can go over this remaining slides. Okay, the remaining slides. Okay. So, yung political spectrum lang po ang aking titingnan dito. Okay? So, mayroon tayong tinatawag na left and right. Okay? Mayroon tayong leftist, mayroon tayong rightist. Mayroon din tayong centrist. Okay? So, ayan. Actually, tatlo lang talaga itong main. Pero we have also this what we call far left at saka far right. Okay? This one. So ano yung mga nabilong po dito? So say for example, we have this one, conservatives are at the center. Okay? Or it could be also na andyan sa center right. Okay? Yung mga liberal at saka ang tawag natin dito, yung radicals, pwede rin siya na center left. Okay? So yung reactionaries and the fascists, most likely nasa, especially the fascist, okay, far right siya. Okay? Samantala ang socialist at saka mga komunista or communist, even the radicals, okay, nasa far left po yan siya. Okay? So that's why may mga term tayo na leftist. Okay, kung narinig niyo sa TV. Okay? Leftist. Meron tayong mga rightists. Okay? Centrist. Okay? So, ayan. So, ito yung standard linear model po ng ating political spectrum. So, ulitin ko lang. We do have the left, right, and the center. Okay? So, ayan. So, yun lang muna. So, ito, you have to go over. Okay, sige. Tapusin na lang natin. So, sa right, of course, we have conservatism. Okay? So, it preserved the status quo and opposed change. Of course, ayaw nila ng pagbabago. Okay? So, gusto nila gawin yung mga bagay-bagay. Okay? Still based pa rin sa kung anong practices meron sila o paniniwala meron sila, yung tradisyon na meron sila, okay, or ideology na meron sila. Then reactionaries, okay, so they throw back the forces of change and restore the old order. Okay, so ayan. So ayaw nila rin sa pagbabago, so winawaksi nila yung forces of change. Ika nga. So winawaksi nila, ayaw nila ng pagbabago talaga. And they always wanted to have the old order. While fascism, okay, fascist, they mobilized the nation for war. Ito yung hindi maganda. Okay? Kasi ang nasa utak ng leader dito, guys, okay, patumbahin ang gobyerno. Okay? Suppress pluralism to achieve unity through orthodoxy. So yan po ang nasa fascism. Samantala, ang sa left naman natin, may tatlo din tayo dito, yung radicalism, socialism, communism. So ang radicalism, guys, you have to go to the root of the problems, ika nga. Okay? Change the foundation of society. Kasi, say for example, bakit marami pong radicalist sa Middle East? Kasi yung sistema po ng edukasyon doon, yung iba, of course, ay hindi na sila nakapunta sa mga tinatawag nating universities or sa mga public schools nila doon. Kundi may iba na uh, binibrainwash po sila, okay, ng mga organization. Okay? So, say for example, sa mga terorista, bakit ipapasabugin mo yung iyong katawan? Okay? Kasi yung practice is, yung teaching is, mayroong naghihintay sa iyo na langit kapag ginawa mo yan in the name of God. Diba? So, ayan. So, at marami pa, hindi lamang po sa Middle East. Napakarami na rin po sa US na mga radicalist. Okay? Ito yung mga tao na gustong solusyonan yung mga problema ng isang society. However, in order to do that, they have to come up with new measures, okay, para masolusyonan yun. Okay? So therefore, there comes change. Okay? We have also socialism sa left. Okay? So it advanced the interest of society against the interest of the elites, which is good. Okay? However, pag too abusive po yung leader, okay, ito na hindi magiging maganda para sa society nila, okay, sa mga tao. Okay. And communism, bullish private property, okay, or abolishes private property to achieve equality and social harmony, and suppress pluralism to achieve unity through orthodoxy. Somewhat the same with fascism. Okay, only that dito, I think ganun din ang ano ng fascism, ano, to suppress pluralism, okay, to achieve unity through orthodoxy. So the same lang sila, okay, in a way. Pero dito sa communism, ina-abolish talaga ng tao natin private property, okay, para po magkaroon ng equality, then social harmony. Kaya kalimitan sa communism, of course, they have that command economy just to deal with the so-called equality and social harmony. Okay. To pursue this one, you have the communists must use abolition of property, or must abolish the possession. Okay, how would I say this one? The communists should not allow any private property in the system. Parang gano'n. Okay? Para tuluyan na magkaroon ng tinatawag nating pagkapantay-pantay. Okay? So, yan yung practice nila. Then sa center naman, sa mga centrist, so nabilong dyan yung liberalismo. Okay? So, it expand the scope of freedom, accept change, and assert the primacy of individual rights. Okay? Develop markets, economy, and political pluralism. So, ito na po yung mayroon tayo dito actually sa Pilipinas. So, liberal. Okay. Sa US, of course, liberal din po. Especially dun sa mga nagpa-practice na democracy. Okay. So, ayan. So, ito po. Ito yung political spectrum. This is a two-dimensional model. Okay. So, we have here the market. We have here the state. So, sino ang nasa left, sino ang nasa right. Okay? So, ayan. So, dito, of course, socialism and communism. Okay? Sa far right naman, we have the traditional conservatism and the fascism. Samantala, sa market, if we're going to look at it, andyan yung neoliberalism and market authoritarianism. And market and the left, of course, we have the welfare state liberalism and the social democracy and market socialism. Okay? So, ayan. So, dito kasi guys, sa tinatawag nating market, so sa dito na area, okay, this one. So, andito kasi yung democracy, andito yung authoritarianism. So, sa isang bansa na mayroong demokrasiya guys, so, andito po yung tinatawag nating equality. It is really observed. However, pagdating po dito sa authoritarianism, okay, so, makikita natin dito yung market sa itaas, ano? And it is giving actually more inequality in the society. Kasi nga, pag sinasabi natin authoritarianism, it rejects the, ano yung tawag natin doon? Yung popular majority. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi po na-enjoy ng tao yung kanilang freedom. Okay? Even sa decision making po. Okay? Ayan. Kaya napagdudulot po ito na mataas na inequality. Okay? So, ayan. So, madalas ang nangyayari guys, sa isang komunistang bansa at saka fascismong bansa, sa kalamitan nagkakaroon talaga ng giyera. Okay? Sa isang liberalismong bansa at mga konservatibong bansa, automatic pumapasok po dyan yung market. Kasi open po naman yan. Kasi ang practice natin ay yung tinatawag natin free market economy. So there is always this what we call trade. Okay? So samantala dito, sa konservatismo at saka fascismo, these two belongs to the right. At ang meron po dito ay yung maintenance ng status quo in order. Okay? Samantala, ang nade-develop po dito ay yung tinatawag nating inequality. Okay? And of course, capital lang po kailangan dito. Okay, dito sa tinatawag nating liberalism and communism, so andyan yung tinatawag nating pagbabago, freedom, equality, and labor. So labor is a part po ng communist country. Bakit? Pinagtatrabaho po yun sila. Okay, so ang set po ng sahod nila ay ang state. Sinong gagawa ng mga bagay-bagay, ang state pa rin po. Samantala din sa liberalism, of course, andyan po yung change, of course, freedom and equality. So, please feel free to comment kung may mga bagay-bagay kayo na hindi po gusto o naniniwala kayo na iba yung pinagsasabi ko. Okay? So, ayan. So, this model actually was based on Clinton Rossiter. Okay? Ito ay tinatawag natin a political spectrum. And this is a circular model. Yung kanina, of course, galing po naman yun sa iba. So, ayan. So, ito lamang po. Okay? So, I will now end this lecture. Okay. So, I hope you learned something today. So, salamat. So, kung may mga question kayo guys, so, paki-comment lang po. Okay? So, tingnan natin. And then, yung dalawang assignments ko pala ha. Okay? Don't forget that. So, para malaman nyo, so panoorin nyo yung video natin kung ano yun. So, thank you.